Today's tutorial is focused entirely on Warrior 3, my least favorite posture because I'm not the most flexible individual, but I need it, and therefore I'm sure there are other people out there who could benefit from this as well. All right, first thing first, when we do Warrior 3, sometimes people will start with the feet together. I don't recommend that because you create kind of a V with the hips and your pelvis has a little more pressure that way. So if you separate the feet so the feet are hip distance apart, it relieves some of that tension and helps evenly work the muscles of the pelvic floor. All right, let's start on the right side and then we'll switch to the left. So in none of my classes will I ever tell you to lock the knees. I will suggest that you keep straight legs, but soft knees. So in Warrior 3, if you don't have very good balance or a little nervous about it, don't worry. I would suggest that you shift the weight to the right foot to start and just focus on bringing that left leg back while the hips point forward. So as I'm doing this, I'm not kicking the hip out. The hips are constantly forward and I'm not moving from side to side. So the hips are parallel with the floor, pointed forward and in a neutral position because I'm nice and tall through the spine. I'm not arching and creating an extra curve in the back. So here's your first option. If you have knee problems, this is probably where you'll stay. And then of course, you can adjust the distance, whatever works for your body. If you're okay leaning forward, you can have the hands on the hips, rested downward or up by the ears, but if you have them up, I recommend keeping the shoulders down away from the ears so you don't have any extra tension in the neck. So the arms can come up or at the hips, and then you can gradually lean forward, lifting the left leg up. Now, in a lot of classes, and with a lot of really flexible people, you may see the left hip kicking back so that people can bring that left leg higher. Not necessarily a bad position, but if you're someone who's dealing with pelvic floor problems, you're changing the position of the hips, you're changing the angle of the spine, and your pelvis is not neutral. So my suggestion, if you're out, and I'm holding the wall, you can hold a prop if you need to. So if the hip is out, I suggest bringing it back down so that the hips are parallel to the floor. And then the neck should be tucked slightly, so you're not looking up, you're not looking down, but a nice natural neck. And then the arms come out. If you are flexible, ideally this posture, your hip points will be level, they'll point toward the floor, the left leg will come back, and you will make a T with the body. For me, never in my life has that quite worked out as pretty as it should. And that's okay. I'm fine with that. But if you're constantly bringing the hips forward in level, in line, you can point or flex the toes and eventually extend the arms, nice straight back. You're going to get all the same benefits as someone who can go fully into the posture. All right, I'm out of breath already. Let's switch sides. So, again, start with the feet hip distance apart so the pelvis is in neutral. Hips are pointed forward. Weight shifts to the left foot and that right leg can just tap back and you can stay here. Make sure you're not bringing that right hip up, but pointed forward. If it's available to your body, my next recommendation would be to hinge at the hips, nice straight spine. Bring that right leg back. So the right leg is straight, left leg is straight with the soft knee. The hips are parallel, so they're pointed to the floor and not kicking out. And either hold on to a prop or a wall or extend the arms out. And that is your tutorial for Warrior 3. If you're interested in learning more or taking full-length classes, check out the website, yogabelowthebelt.com. I hope to see you there. Bye.